Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Arkham Twin Days of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, starting with the first Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, available now on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and the PlayStation 4, brought to you by Capcom. So yeah, it's oh boy, reason why I have to do a little bit differently on the scheduled time is because of my brother's driver's ed school, because I can't do it in the afternoons because the scheduled time is very different. So anyways, why not we go and continue on forward as your friendly neighborhood spider cop, going to be once again an Ace Attorney. Welcome back to the Ultimate Arkham universe. So here we go, and let's go. The turnabout goodbyes. Episode 8, the trial resumes right here. Let's begin. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just kind of taking a refreshment. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Let's see if I can nail this down, whether it's Scottish or not. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgewood. The defense is ready, Your Honor. And Von Karma refuses to talk. As always, like almost. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Come on! Oh, very well, no opening statement, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Is that understood? Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right! I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. Now. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. Hello. I'm the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle of Good Lake. And I also report, the night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Are you? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. Still haven't heard who this old guy is.
Objection!
Wait a minute! The witness hasn't stated his name yet! Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. But I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right! The witness will state his name, please. No! Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? Memory, Your Honor. Witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. You can't recall, you'll say. Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? The night of the murder. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where I read books as usual. Then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Cuckoo. Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Give me a break, Von Karma! What is going on? There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there is only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright? Oh, come on! What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Sorry, loser. You can't win all the time. Really? Mr. Von Karma, excuse me? 3 minutes just passed. I say, well then, let's just take our time. Because, you know, time should not be wasted even though it's not 3 minutes. You may cross-examine the witness. Sorry, Von Karma, you can't win them all even if you did try, so access denied! Okay, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna save. There we go. So he said it was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I'm gonna press on this. Hold it! Sorry, I pressed a little late. Just after midnight, you say? Just around then, you know. What's up, buckaroo? Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seemed so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Well? Don't go at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. You see, continue. He said I was at the restaurant where he rent boats as usual. Hold it! Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Barney could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough. Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Kitty boy. The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. Yep. Hold it! And where did the bang seem to come from? From the leg, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. When I looked out, he says, when I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake.
Hold it!
Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly, you know. But I figured there was two men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly, I'm guessing. Yep. At the time, that is. At the time? What is he trying to prove? So he said, then I heard another bang.
Hold it!
So you heard two gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lana said in her testimony yesterday. He said just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Hold it!
By your window? Yep, my window right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please honor to your testimony. What's so funny? I have a bad feeling about this. He's saying that man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Hold it!
Are you sure? Phoenix Wright and myself as your friendly neighborhood spider cop and the Alliance are having trouble to agree on this, but... Dad! Dead certain, Keith. Dead certain. He said, I can't believe he's dead and he was a working man too. Oh, you whip-ass sniper! Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? Isn't! It was him! That Edgeworth boy! This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma! He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall, including everyone else in the Alliance. Did he absolutely plan for this? We had to cross-examine. Oh, come on. I don't care if they're giving us the evil eye. Better act quick or this trial is going to go south.
Objection!
Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly! Oh no, that is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Because you are. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Objection! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie, Mr. Wright, In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof! Now! It's no good. There's nothing I can do. To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. 3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. What's up, Homer, Batman, and Kyle? Welcome to the live stream. How you guys doing? I think Homer Batman must have left. Enough, the witness may leave the stand. My dad fell asleep. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. The case is extremely clear. I say no. Oh, now he says, all right, you're good to go. If you're telling me how am I doing, I'm doing great so far. I say no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately and to be held pending trial a higher court within months from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh no, no, we're not going to adjourn here. What was that just now? What? Larry! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me, yo! I was there in the park on the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday now. But today I remembered it. I remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Oh, so Larry Bunce is taking to the stand. Hold on. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Van Karma. So, you say you had a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Reggie a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Larry has given us one final chance. It seems that he's given ourselves a second chance to continue this trial for good. She's right. Maya's right. If only if it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse. You're right. Okay, but if Larry didn't take the stand, this trial would have been over, so I think he's giving us another shot. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Well, Judge? allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. Right? No! And after that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. 5-minute recess begins now. Oh, thank you, Larry. Can't believe he saved our skins. December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 2. Oh, that was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets, and the whole Alliance as well. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Yeah, he was at the lake that night. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Found the balloon and the air tank. Edgeworth, are you? Hey, Edgeworth. Huh, you say something, Wright. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. What's that? Oh. We know that this gunman did not commit suicide, which we give you that. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I just don't know why. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly completed evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's like his testimony will be full of holes, Wright. Very much indeed. And I could understand and see the reason why. Hey, it was 15 minutes! 15! Everything's on Larry now! December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now back in session, and what? Oh yeah, by the way, Kyle, how are you feeling right now? Not feeling any headaches or anything? Give me an emoji or a chat or saying something. I'm okay for now. I'm alright, you know. Because, I'm just concerned about you, that's all. Oh boy. Of course, I made some friends on the live streams on the K-Wings Let's Plays, and there's like Ooh, I can tell your emoji. In other words, by saying I am okay, referencing saying I am all right, no headaches. Yes, which means you are good to go. So, if there's, you know, I don't know why Princess Isabel not saying she doesn't like me as a friend. At least I'm going in the right direction. Maybe perhaps one of Ruga Tsukuyomi's friends, so I'm guessing if I'm going to earn a friend's respect, I need to earn their respect like Princess Isabel, so yeah. It's not gonna be easy though, but I'll have to endure hardships like I did once again. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right. Leave it to me, dude.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. Oh, by the way, Kyle, welcome back to the Ultimate Arkham universe. I hate to admit it, but you are our last chance. Ron Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being on our big break. You're welcome, Kyle. The night of the murder. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. Just remember this, Kyle, and for those who are watching, and I bet you know this. When something smells, it's usually the butts. And we are a little scared. Okay, let's begin. So, if you remember, carefully read the statements while cross-examining. He said that night I was out in a boat on the lake. Let me press on you.
Hold it!
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Okay, well, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak, dude. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? He said he was looking for something and found it. For something.
Hold it!
Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What was the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this gold. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get this over with now. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock, is what he's saying.
Hold it!
Around what time was that? Oh, well, let's see. I figured I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12. Yeah. You are not sure? Hey, don't give me that face! I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. If you go back in ancient times, they use a sundial. He said, then I was just thinking about going home and I heard this bang. Hold it! Where did this sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. He said he looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Hold it! Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Larry, come on, do not lie on that part. Order! Well, Mr. Potts. Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? Come on. I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So he said, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Hold it! So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Okay. So he said that night I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something and found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was going to go home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Wait a minute. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I mean, you're welcome to help out. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, everybody's gonna go like thinking and that and this. Just for the peace of mind, I'm just gonna save. Okay, that's all, because it's best to save at anchor points. Looking for something and found it. Wait a minute. I heard 2 gunshots just after midnight. What? You heard this bang? Wait a minute. So he said, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home? Wait a minute. Why would he heard a single gunshot? Lana's testimony said something about hearing 2 gunshots. He said, I heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Why would Larry say I heard a single one? Why did he say that? Didn't he hear? I can't, you know, usually most of the time, about like, I would say like 75% of the time, the witness's last statements would contradict the very last one. And the 25% would be not the last statement, but can be somewhere else in the middle of the testimony. It's not the autopsy report, not the lake photo, not her, or this, or that, or that. My guess is Lotta's disposition, but I could be wrong.
Objection!
Oh, I was right! He heard it. So, it was. He said he heard a single gunshot, but Lotta's testimony contradicts that last statement. That is great news. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang. You are sure? That's what I said, dude. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please, come on! Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here, dude. So you gotta treat me like nice and stuff, okay? Dude, that is not funny. Master Bots. What? You only had 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you be not sure? I'm sweating here. Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude! With my headphones. What? Nani! Order, and stop that board! Mr. Bots, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah! So what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's a big deal? Mr. Von Conroy, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, shoddy, continue the testimony. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Oh, nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Box. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include details like your radio. Right. Right, dude. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Because when something smells, it's usually the butts. What Larry heard. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. The DJ? You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't it a free country, dude? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. George, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Now wait! Wait, Your Honor! Now, the witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. What Larry heard. Let's begin. So, he said it's lonely being alone in Christmas Eve. Yeah, I don't have to press him on that. So he said, that's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. Maybe I can press you on... not that one. So he was listening to real booming loud like... Now I can press you on this. Hold it! Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Yeah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear, dude. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly. So he said he remembered exactly what the DJ was saying when you heard it too. Really? Hold it! What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you say some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask him? Fine, very well. Mr. Bunce, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? So he's going to revise that part. So he said, just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Hold it! Are you sure? Of course I am, dude. She had this real sexy voice. Oh, wow, cool. Maybe Von Karma was, disconnected. Oh, man. All right, I got it back. Oh, jeez. That was kind of weird. Okay, so... sorry about that. It's the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. So, let me press on you whether you like it or not. Hold it! So you turned on the radio? Right! I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? Don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! I shouldn't have said anything. You were listening to an all-request show on the radio. Hold it! Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. A witness was listening to the radio, that is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Understood? Really? Hold it! Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside the door. Ouch! You remember exactly what the DJ is saying, huh? said, hey, it's almost Christmas. I heard the gunshot. Almost Christmas. Wait a minute. Taken automatically. Almost Christmas. Would that mean by it shows an empty lake taken automatically on 20? That would be like 1150. Just for the sake of peace of mind, why not we go right here into a save? Okay, it's just an anchor point, okay? I'm not saying I don't. Like I said, 75% of the statement can be contradicted on the witness's testimony, and the 25% is not in the last statement of the witness's testimony. When he said, okay, almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Wouldn't that be, shows an empty lake. Empty lake? He said he didn't see a boat, so he might have guessed it was an empty lake. You know, I could be wrong, of course.
Objection!
Nope, yep, I was wrong. Not at all. Don't think that would win me any points for the judge. Really? We should care. I mean, come on. I think I already did that. It was Christmas when I heard the gunshot. Time of death. Wait a minute, that's a lake photo. DL6 incident. I cannot remember. Let's see, try this.
Objection!
That one! It was the photo. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. There's something the matter, Mr. Wright. Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. It was still Christmas Eve, not Christmas Day. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was. Okay, let's say what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25, 00:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Hold on! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. Although this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry is not wrong. He heard a gunshot before midnight. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. A gunshot before midnight? Shows an empty lake taken automatically. Ah, that's a second lake photo. So, I wonder, shows an empty lake, huh? Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Thanks. We did both work. It's how you completely contradict something by paying attention. Stop, look, and listen. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve, so it was 10 minutes before midnight. In other words, still Christmas Eve, 10 minutes to midnight, would have been Christmas Day. Indeed, it would have seemed that it is the case. Then well does that leaves us. Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. So there's somewhere between almost a 30-minute gap. Your Honor, that night, there were two sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Get real! A person would sneeze that loud, it's just not happening. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man! Clear, dude! Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Any evidence? Great. Let's see. The DL6 incident. Fired 3 times. Found in the victim's body. Taken automatically at 12. My guess is at the lake photo again, but who knows? I'm guessing either Lotta's camera or that. I have no idea. Oh boy. That's not right. Is that a smoke? I see. Sorry, I wasn't really sure about the evidence. Oh gosh, gotta save. Oh man, that was not a cool way. Can I prove the loud noise was indeed a gunshot? The loud noise I can think of is a pistol. This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When? Then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! Wait! I have it! I have it! Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? That was not a gunshot. Or somehow, the murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case. Maya! If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. And so is the rest of the Alliance. Safe, we've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murder here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Oh no, listen. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I'll admit it, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way, Edgeworth, that could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain. Better save instead, because I'm not taking any chances. Explain who the two men are on the boat. Let's see. The murderer and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer. Wait a minute. So, oh boy, I can't remember what it was. I know it was Edgeworth is in it or maybe not, so I'm like at a 50-50 chance here. I know Edgeworth carried the gun with his right hand, but it wasn't his left. So the murderer would have been his left. And the person was Hammond, right in front of me. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot. Yeah, but... crash and burn. Oh, darn it. Let's see. I'm gonna try to load on this again. So it wasn't the murderer in Hammond, but my guess is Edgeworth and the murderer? Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make all of this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Alright, another save anchor point. Hold on a second, did I? No. Right there, come on! Feels like it wasn't working all of a sudden. Okay. Miles Edge, the murderer's name. It can't be Lotta Hart. It's not. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. Hi, Sean. How's it going? You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. How are you, Sean? At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Why did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Wait a minute. If it was not on the boat, would it be on the lake?
Take that!
Around here, maybe? Maybe. Entonces, maybe the code was in water. Nope, that didn't work. Wasn't even surprised I goofed up. Maybe the shack or the car.
Take that!
The boat shop is where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was on the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night he was out on the lake on a boat, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor. A gunshot! Even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop! Bingo! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gold Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Well, not really, though. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50 p.m., still Christmas Eve. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? The boat shop caretaker. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details, details! Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had fired twice. I'm gonna save and tell you that. This is just my anchor point. Hold on a second, did I save? Finally, I'm sorry, it's just a little confusing. No, he did not miss. The first shot wasn't missed. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. see. Now, someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Why is everybody silent or something? Bailiff! Putting out the witness from the floor. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Right now, Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense had said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? Come on, Edgeworth, you gotta tell us. What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Very much indeed. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I'd ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. So the boat shop caretaker escaped and ran away? Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. The search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he was, or who he is. Very well, court is adjourned for tomorrow, or the day after. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Yeah, well, at least we got out under that guilty verdict. Larry did really help this out. Oh, wow. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Yeah. And by the way, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month for the entire month of October, so we're in pink! Hey, Edgeworth. Did you say something? I don't think he's not in the mood of smiling. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Oh no. To be continued. This is what gets scary to the day. Oh my. Well, that took around an hour now, did it? What a way to put things around now, shouldn't we? Oh my. Okay. Whoops. Nope, no. Yep, that's better. Well, I think this is a great stopping point from here on out, and don't you worry, we are going to continue to pick up from where we left off for another time of us another Let's Play live stream series of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe, and tell me, what do you guys think of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy? Do you like it or hate it? Mash that like button or share this video if you guys love this game, brought to you by Capcom. Arkham Twin Days live streaming of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, and celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month for the entire month of October. This is Leo Wolverine saying and speaking as always as your friendly neighborhood Spider Cop and Master Chief, who takes chances making mistakes and getting messy like peanut butter and chocolate or breakfast for dinner. And there will be a premiere of Halo 2 Episode 7, which is The Prophet Regret. Yep, it's gonna start somewhere around between 6 and 7, so do not miss that. Mark your notification calendars, because that video is going to be up no matter what. So yeah. So anyways, Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. And remember, the truth is always by your side. And also, this is the Ultimate Arkham Universe. See you guys next time for more of Arkham Twin Days. See ya!